Well, rip, I completely lost track of when the timer canceled itself. So, we are live. I'm here with ArcticGamez as well. We're gonna do something. Since I've finally finished my summer session of classes and it's time to do a bit of a celebration stream for me actually completing the session. Do a little bit of practicing. Not really practicing. 32 miles away. Now
I'm up here in New York.
You were over there in the middle of the ocean for me. Like to the far, far, far left of California. Like in the middle of the ocean. Don't know why that happens sometimes. Why the spawn point is out in the middle of the ocean. When you log in.
Yeah.
Probably something developers left in accidentally. What is show me your longest thing, your faction mission thing.
Oh, you want to do that?
Yes. Because what else are we gonna do? You can have host because you have better internet right now than me, I can assure you that. There'll be a lot less lag, I'm pretty sure. So is my bitrate fine? Yeah, it's fine. It's looking good. Okay, that's not that long. That ain't that long.
You say that now.
Oh jeez, is my internet crapping out now? Okay, no, it's fine. Not a single frame dropped, which is good. Nice Jeep, bro. Wait, that's street though.
Yeah. Trying to get street spec up to 10.
Holy crap, what the hell is going on? You're lagging.
Okay.
You're going robot voice. They actually get switch host to me for this session because I might be lagging you out. I'm still trying to get this.
Just what? Still a robot?
Yep, still robot mode. What the hell's going on? Seemed like it started when I give you a session leader thing. I can wait up a bit. Well, apparently Arctic's probably not going to be talking since his internet's crapping out today.
But my stream's fine.
Ow. Damn traffic. Like I said, try giving me a session leader instead. Maybe that'll fix it. Okay, now try saying something.
I don't know.
Hey, what do you know? That actually fixed it. I don't believe it. That actually fixed it. You're not in robot voice anymore after that. Am I gonna have to limit myself to 200 miles an hour since you're in street spec? Or are you just gonna go along at your own pace?
I'll just go along at my own pace.
What do you know? Giving you session leader is what caused the whole entire lagging situation. What the heck?
Try it again.
You want me to try again?
Switch it back if it starts robot voicing.
Okay, I gave it to you. Now what?
I don't know. Does it still sound like a robot?
Nope. So it was probably just a coincidence that it stopped when you give it back to me. Probably takes a few seconds for it to fully switch session leader. What the hell?
What?
What? Racemaster Dave has switched his username to kb.noob.
TV.noob.
Yep. And the lag is kind of coming back. Whoop.
Strange.
Okay, has it stopped is the question now?
Is what stopped?
The lag.
I don't know. I'm hearing it from you too.
What the hell? Is it me?
So it could be Discord.
Or yeah, there's a chance it could be Discord. It's probably just... Am I lagging? No, not... Devin dropped a single frame. Yeah, it seems like ever since Discord's newest update, it's been having problems. Especially when I went on Discord and it just wouldn't even download the update, it would just get stuck. I had to uninstall and reinstall Discord entirely to make it work.
Sucks.
And then I also had to reinstall Better Discord and get my plugins working again. I don't have a lot of them, but still, it's really stupid that that actually happened. And the Discord staff are basically like, oh, just uninstall and reinstall it. Like, that's
That
the
fixes
solution.
everything.
Yep. That's exactly what they say with the crew as well. If something's broken with the crew, just verify your files or uninstall and reinstall it. There's a freaking guy on the forums who, I went on the support forums last night because I was bored and I looked on at some of the support things. There was a guy who wrote on the forums saying like, I signed up for the Crew 2 beta but I haven't received an email yet, and he even put his email in his post. So as soon as I saw it, I was like, don't ever put your I said, number one, first off, don't ever put your email on in your original post on the forums. That's just asking for trouble. Second off, the beta haven't even started yet. And then one of the forum moderators this morning took it away, removed the email, which is good, I guess. But I'm pretty sure the damage is already done.
Yeah, someone's already grabbed it, then there's nothing they can do.
It's his own fault though for posting it.
Well, unless he has two-step authentication, no one can't do anything.
Yeah, probably. Oh. He even put in his Uplay username as well. That's even more dangerous. It's like, my Uplay username is blank, and then he also put his email. So basically, he was opening himself to having his Uplay account hacked. And his email.
Yeah, I have two-step authentication on every fucking account that I have.
I did it on Steam because of that one time when I signed in, and it was saying that I was already signed in somewhere else. In the end, I think it was just a coincidence. I think the servers were just lagging at the time. But at the same time, not really. That's just not a pure coincidence. Feels great having smooth FPS and not trying to stream at 1080p like the last time I did. Oh god.
I'm streaming at 720.
Holy crap, Discord is awful. You want to try and switch to Steam? And I got a subscriber. Hello.
No, because Steam is probably worse for the voice chat shit.
At least it won't sound like a robot. If Discord servers are lagging, then it would be a lot better going on Steam or TeamSpeak, but none of us really use TeamSpeak. Hello. Hello, viewers. still waiting for the Crew 2 to come out, and yeah. Yeah, I agree that Forza's kind of gone downhill from now on. It's just kind of become stale after a while, to be honest. Forza Horizon, look, as far as Bourne, that Bourne guy talked about on his videos, it makes sense what he was saying. The first Horizon was a great game. Second one felt soulless as well, and then the third one is just completely soulless as well. Forza does seem like it's going downhill, but to be honest, if you tell that to the Forza fanboys who defend the series and so forth, they'd go against you and probably say, just, yeah, get all butthurt about it, I can assure you that.
Forza is...
You're lagging. Rip. What the hell?
Sure I'm lagging?
Yep, you were lagging. You completely... We're talking, then all of a sudden you just cut out completely.
Strange, because I'm only getting 57 ping onto your server.
How do you know? Is that what it says on there right now?
So the RTC connection right now, yeah, it's 57 ms.
Hmm. But yeah, Forza, as far as I can tell, Forza is going slowly but surely downhill. Sooner or later, Forza is just basically going to be a copy and paste of pretty much every single aspect. Every single it's already becoming like that. Forza's just copying. Thanks for the sub and thanks for the like. Much appreciated. I mean, I have nothing against the Forza series, but at the same time, seeing that the developers are not really trying that hard really on their series anymore. I mean, they have a good product, but at the same time, they're just copying and pasting every single time and just adding more cars, which is not really that special in my opinion. I'm pretty sure the Crew will probably become like that sooner or later. The Crew franchise.
That's if it ever goes past number 2.
It probably will go past. It'll probably get to a 3rd installment and then that's it. They'll probably be done with it.
Well, what the hell are they going to do on number 3? They already had boats and planes.
The entire world. If it was the entire world, that'd be extremely bad. It'd be like a 100 gigabyte download just for the whole entire map in the game. That would probably piss off a lot of players. Why am I following your GPS? Why is it telling me to go here?
Which way?
It told me to go through this like alleyway to cut across the city and go off like the main road through this little housing in this area. I guess it is kind of faster, but not really. Oh. But yeah, it's a chill day for me as well today, since I finished my summer session. So it feels good. I don't have to do any more crap for the rest of the time, except I'll be gone in like 2 days and I won't be able to do what I want to do, but oh well.
Is there a robot voice anymore?
I don't really hear it anymore. It sounds fine. Why?
I turned my music off.
What? Is that what was causing it? Question mark?
Probably.
Why is everything going wrong for you today?
Because my internet took a shit earlier today and it went out for like over an hour.
What do you have, AT&T or what?
No, it's Spectrum.
Spectrum.
Their whole network, their whole network system went down today.
That happens. Oh geez, traffic.
All from East Coast to West Coast, all the internet and TV were out.
Well, we have AT&T, and that doesn't happen to us. Well, actually, we have the issue of our modem just on the verge, pretty much on the verge of dying already.
Yeah, AT&T came into my house yesterday asking if I wanted to get their service.
Really? What the hell? And now I'm dropping frames like crazy in my game. Am I still good in terms of stream? Yeah, it's going. I haven't dropped any frames. Still going. Why all of a sudden is it super stuttery right now? Maybe it's because I haven't played this game in forever and I'm not used to this kind of FPS weirdness. There's a random guy following me.
What, Supermon?
Yeah, he's following me. It looks like he is. I stopped and he started catching up to me. I really need to get a secondary monitor.
Yes, you do.
That's the first priority for me. Maybe get some more RAM, 16 gigabyte RAM additions, and then that GPU maybe in the future.
How much do you have now?
I have 8 only.
Oh yeah, you want to get 16.
That's what I've been considering, but we don't really have any other RAM right now. We have like well, I believe it's DDR5 RAM. I don't, if I'm not mistaken in the name. No,
DDR5 is only for video cards.
I meant 3. That's what I meant. I've got DDR3.
DDR4 is the newest.
I don't know. I'm probably not gonna get DDR4. I'm probably gonna get DDR3 RAM for 16 gigabytes since that's what I've been using. What the hell is the GPS telling me to do? There we go.
Yeah, I'll only switch over to the DDR4 platform when it becomes cheaper.
Yeah, the DDR4 RAM, as far as I can tell, is the fastest.
It's too new tech right now, and it costs a lot of money.
Okay, here's the thing that I'm confused about as well right now. Like I said, I'm planning on getting a GPU, and I was gonna get that 470. Then I saw the 570, and I was confused as to how it's $100 cheaper, but a little bit more powerful as a result. I don't get it. But at the same time, my friend Anatoly told me about it, and he said basically that the 570 is basically a rebrand version of the 470 with a little bit of an upgrade.
It is. That's what the 500 series are, rebrands of the 400s.
Yeah.
Just better. They're pretty much overclocked versions, super overclocked versions of the 400 series.
Oh, does that mean that they pose the danger of getting damaged faster?
No. They're factory limited on their speed, but they are essentially overclocked
470s and so forth, 400 series. I guess that's good enough. The one that I found has a fairly interesting backplate on it, a metal backplate on it to make it more rigid.
Yeah, mine's got a backplate on it too.
And supposedly transfer more heat off, but it's not actually making contact with any of the components. But I guess as a result, it'll radiate heat off. All the heat from the components will go to the aluminum and then radiate off the aluminum. So I guess it makes sense to have it.
You take that dirt road?
No.
Alright, good.
I went around. Are you kidding? Taking a dirt road with the Perf Spec car? That's funny. Hello. Don't be asking for another shout out, mate. I don't do shout outs, sorry. I already said multiple times I don't do shout outs. Well, okay, I didn't say multiple times.
Again.
Yep, same guy came back. Now look, I understand you want to get more subscribers, but to be honest, you need to work on that yourself. I didn't get to this point with my channel by asking for shoutouts and people to subscribe to me and so forth. I worked myself to get my channel to the point where it is. You need to do that as well. My name on the crew. Well, first off, what system are you using? PC, PS4, or Xbox One? Because I'm on PC, and I won't be able to play with you, unfortunately, if you're on a console. But yeah, like I said, Mr. Supercar Man, just work on your channel yourself, and you'll get there eventually. I know it takes time, but everything takes time for you to succeed in. Think of YouTube as like a job. What? You what now? I can't hear you. Oh crap. I'm off-roading. But yeah, again, don't go around asking for shoutouts and so forth. That's just showing that showing extreme, very very high amount of greediness. Just by doing that, and people won't really take you seriously if you do that. That's the way I see it. And a lot of channels are actually frown upon giving people shoutouts. Even if you don't ask, they just don't do it. For the reason that they just don't want to. I know a lot of YouTubers that used... there was a YouTuber by the name of Tomcat9700 who would do shoutouts every once, like once a week to certain YouTubers, but then after a while he just stopped doing it. For reasons why I don't know why he stopped doing it. I can't tell you why he stopped doing it, but I do know he just stopped doing it. And I've got the stupid police wanted level thing on me. You there, Arctic?
Yes.
Okay, it sounds pretty good, I guess. Discord is shitting itself.
Because you're...
I'm lagging too.
Yes.
Oh no. Rip Discord. They're probably getting DDoS right now. I'm not doing it with, I'm not playing with other people. I'm just playing by myself with Arctic here. I'm not going with, to hang out with players, unfortunately. If I would say open lobby or like meetup or something like that. But I don't do meetups since those are really hard to organize together. Yeah, every game does need at least 2 years of development, but frankly, they developers always have a deadline to release a game. That's what they always have to do. That's just kind of the norm nowadays. If it takes too long for them to develop a game, then eventually people will just forget that it exists, and well, yeah, they won't really just look at it. I mean, that's kind of what happened with World of Speed. That it never came out. Even now, they promised like at least 3 years ago that they'd complete the game, but it never got completed. And they still they said they're still working on it.
Yeah.
What?
That.
Oh my god. Discord, you suck. Where am I? I don't know where I'm at. But like I said, I'm doing my own thing right now. I mean, I understand you want to like hang out or stuff like that, but I'm doing something right now. Unfortunately. And freaking lag from the trees. Is it still crapping out?
I don't know.
Seems to be fine now. Their servers are probably just getting overloaded since it's summertime. Since a lot more people are on vacation now. Oh, the game that Criterion showed in E3 a while back? You mean that game where you could, where you're always in first person and you'd like hop between different vehicles seamlessly? Yeah, I remember that. That was a pretty cool game that they made as well. Unfortunately, it looks like it never came to be. Oh god damn it. Well, let's see your chance to catch up, Arctic, because I'm on a dirt road.
Why'd you take the...
Because I skipped the turn, missed the turn, and I have to do this now. Jeez, we're only approaching the secondary checkpoint. Cool. Here in my garage, got this new Ferrari. Do you know what I like more than Ferraris? Actually, not Ferraris. I don't know. I don't know where I was gonna take that, to be honest. But yeah, I'll be honest with you, Arctic, I really just don't see what the crew could actually have in terms of just additional DLC content added to it. I mean, yeah, they could do, like, the IndyCar DLC or whatever, but at the same time, it was shown in the trailer, so players would assume that it was free to everyone, and players might get pissed off if they do that. But at the same time, they still could do it. It'll be interesting to see what they actually have to come up with in terms of future DLCs and expansions for the game, additions to the game.
Oh,
Jeez.
like,
Discord, why you do this?
you could already see them doing car pack.
Yeah, they're probably gonna do a car pack just like they did with the first game. A season pass with like 4 or 5 different car packs with additional vehicles added in, and yeah. Jeez. What the hell? What the? That was the worst placement for that checkpoint.
Bridge.
Oh my god. Should we try Steam? We should probably go on Steam, to be honest. This is just getting annoying that Discord is lagging this bad. To everyone watching this stream, I apologize for these inconveniences with like the weird stuff. And yeah. Message retracted. I don't know what he placed in his what you placed in your message. That's probably one of the blocked words. Oh crap. That's probably one of the blocked words I have. The Crew 2 needs to have more parking lots and parking garages. I'm pretty sure the parking garages is going to happen, since they've already got parking garages you can drive around in. So they'll have a lot more of them hanging around. Oh, hello. God damn it, Discord sucks so bad today. Why though? The servers for Discord are worse than the servers for the Crew. Oh jeez. Discord, chat for gamers, ditch Skype, ditch TeamSpeak. Yeah, no. Not especially when Discord craps out like this. From time to time. Damn, Camaro, get out of my way. I kind of want to go on the the Discord support Twitter real quick and see if what they're saying about the server situation. But I can't really because I don't have a secondary monitor, and that would mean minimizing the game. Yes, this is Arctic's longest free drive challenge, as far as I can tell. We're only doing this because, well, frankly, there's nothing else really to do besides his free drive challenges and faction missions, but I've already played the same faction mission over and over and over again multiple times. Get out of my way, traffic, also. I'm pretty sure Arctic could probably do an even longer free drive challenge if there were more checkpoints available for you to place. If we had like at least 20 checkpoints to place down, then he could probably make like a 500-mile long free drive challenge.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Discord usually get.
Discord what now? Are you playing music right now on your stream or no? Avoid this. Damn traffic! Move out the way. Get out of my way. Oh, jeez. Hello, Mr. Scorpion Gamer. Well, Arctic is driving a street spec car to get more miles on it, and he doesn't mind that I'm using a Perf Spec. At least as far as he said. Wee. And now we are doing the silent stream. Or we ain't saying anything.
Mike.
Hmm? What? Oh my god, type it out to me. The server's getting worse. The hell's going on? My stream's running fine. Discord's just dying. Well, let's try switching voice channels real quick. Okay, switched you into my general. See if that fixes it. Hello? This is not on PS4, it's on PC. Arctic. Everything just broke now that I just did that. He sounds like a piano. Wait, what? No, that's not the piano's, that's not the piano sound. That's the sound of switching between channels. Okay, let's do that. Let's stay here so nobody intervenes. What the hell? Okay, Arctic just completely... yeah, his Discord just completely died. Doesn't seem like mine's breaking. Yep, Discord servers are pretty bad right now. I can't even load up certain channels. Servers, I mean. RIP Arctic, you'll always be on the other side of the country. We live in California, both of us. We live like within 100 miles of each other, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, you typed it right. You typed piano right. You're fine. Oh, jeez. Ow. At least this gives Arctic a chance to catch up. I'm pretty sure he quit out of Discord because, well, it was being annoying. Well, let's try this. I'm gonna give him a call on thing. Send message. I haven't used Steam voice chat in forever. The hello? What the heck? Oh my god, what's with the... What the heck? Oh. I think I know what's up.
Michael?
Hello? What the hell?
Dumb shit can't even get his stupid
Testing.
Steam voice thing to work.
No, what the hell? Testing. Testing.
What the hell is DSR?
Hello? What the hell? Frickin'
Told you Michael it wasn't gonna fucking work.
it worked before. Oh, let me try this.
Something like super resolution for AMD.
Testing. What the hell? Why is it not working?
Yeah, it doesn't lag that much for me
God
when I
damn
do
it.
that. I go
Testing.
from 900p to 1080p. I don't see any difference.
There goes Arctic. God damn it. Why does it not want to detect it? Testing. The hell. Well, I guess you guys can hear Arctic's voice. Yeah. I haven't used Steam voice chat in forever. For some reason the microphone doesn't work anymore. So for some reason it doesn't like my microphone, at least Steam voice chat. What have I plugged into? The green microphone is the... Oh crap. I'm going the wrong way. Oh. That's a shortcut. That Arctic can take. Ow. This is so dumb that nothing is working today. We have to communicate through our horns. Oh crap. Looking at chat and not paying attention to the road. Discord had to break today. Wait a minute. Wait a friggin' minute. Oh, for fuck's sakes. Oh my god, hopefully it works this time. Does it work now?
Is your shit working yet, Michael?
God damn it.
Yeah, I'm running an RX 480 right now. Got 8 gigs of VRAM to use.
Testing. No way!
Testing.
It works. I had to set it up as my default device. God damn it.
Dumbass.
Why was it not working? Do I like Morse code horns?
Didn't have it on default.
Stupid. It should have. I had it set to my microphone, but it didn't detect it. What the hell? Well, now I know what Steam voice chat sounds like. And now I know it works.
Shit.
Hey, at least it's better than Discord right now, where it's not a robot voice.
Yeah, like I looked over at Discord also, and all I see was The red and green bars going off and on every second.
Oh wow, that is bad. That Discord's just dying. But yeah, freaking when Paulo was saying like, you will always be the guy that lives on the other side of the country, yet we're like 100 miles apart from each other.
Yep.
So yeah, that's not really the other side of the country. I will be on the other side of the country though in like a week. Not like New York.
Or you'll just be a few states away.
Yellowstone's like on the very, very top part of America. That's pretty far.
Yeah, like I said, a few states away.
At least it's not New York. At least it's not New York. NRA. Would they add touring cars to the Crew 2 or really lightweight cars?
No.
Well, we already have kind of touring cars. We have those Circuit Spec touring cars. So I guess those count. What do you mean by touring cars?
Went the
Like
wrong way,
four
so I
doors?
just took a shortcut.
What?
I forgot to take the off ramp, and I just went across the other side of the road and took the
Nice.
what was it? Slope.
Well, now we have Steam voice chat as a backup in case Discord decides to crap itself. I was thinking that frickin' Steam voice chat wasn't working because I had Discord voice chat still activated.
That's probably why.
But no, it still didn't fix it. Even after I left it and called you back, it still didn't.
Yeah,
Respond.
it could have been your mic not set to the right one.
Yeah, probably. I set it as default and then it was fine. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. How many viewers do I have? I don't have the ability to see how many viewers I have right now.
I don't know. I'm not watching your stream.
I'm watching it as well, kind of, but I can't really see my viewer count right now. The only way I could see that is if I minimize my game. That feeling when you're in a perf car and you're getting destroyed by someone in a street car. Well, there's one thing to say for your air conditioning unit. At least your computer will be cooler as well, along with you. And now it's sunny.
Yeah, I just had a massive FPS drop for some reason. Never had this bad of FPS going through this area.
Yeah, we know. I know that it's the Bugatti production car, that 2020 production car. It's not 100%, but it's very, very close.
It's not production, it's a prototype.
Yeah, I mean prototype, that's what I meant. The prototype. I don't know why I said production, to be honest. I kind of skimmed it, and then somehow, someway I turned prototype into production.
You know that's not going to happen.
Well, it's probably going to be based
They're
off
gonna
of it,
keep that
but
60
unlicensed.
FPS cap.
What? Are you
Yeah,
talking
I
to
was
someone in your
on
chat?
my stream. Yeah.
One of my friends has a gaming laptop, and his screen goes up to 70 hertz, and he turned VSync off, and he was able to get 70 hertz on his laptop. 70 FPS, which honestly, it's not too big of a difference between 60 and 70.
10 FPS.
Yeah, 10 FPS difference.
I remember the first time playing the Crew, the FPS was like capped and everything was running really fucking slow.
Was that at the time when you had your kind of decent graphics card? Kappa?
No, remember during the beta and whatnot? Or the beginning of the Crew?
No.
Like when it first came out? Yeah, everyone was like it kept 30 FPS during the beta. And then you had to go to the config file to add the 60 FPS. Then later on the devs implemented the option for 60 FPS.
I didn't notice that. Maybe back in the day I wasn't that greedy, and I didn't really notice the difference between 30 and 60, to be honest.
Well, I noticed a big difference.
Well, I haven't played 60 FPS games often.
30 FPS is choppy as shit on
Yeah.
the Crew, and 60 FPS is butter smooth.
30 FPS is always going to be choppy, no matter what. It's half the frames you're usually used to if you've been looking at 60 FPS stuff your entire life, pretty much. It'll feel like everything's just lagging if you're looking at 30 FPS.
Yeah.
And going from 120 to 60, it's going to be even weirder for that.
Well, I was playing Doom without VSync on, and I was getting over 200 FPS with my video card. On ultra settings.
Well, your video card is
Vulkan
OP.
API.
Your video card is extremely overpowered compared to mine.
Yeah, but it's being held back by my CPU.
What do you have, an i5?
Yeah.
What version? What gigahertz?
Its clock speed is really shit. 3.1.
I have a 3.57 gigahertz. Not too far off, though. If I get that GPU, my CPU is going to be the only bottleneck. If I get the RAM, 16 gigabytes of RAM and that GPU. Which I'm going to wait for a sale, I'm pretty sure. They always will have sales.
I think the last time I upgraded my CPU was in 2014.
Jeez. I haven't upgraded my CPU in forever. Somehow, someway, it still runs perfectly fine. When I looked at it with the Crew, for some strange reason, that CPU is rated as a 10 in terms of performance. I don't know why, but it is rated as a 10. Now that we don't have the issue of the Discord going crazy, now I can go full out, all out on this route. Oh no!
Nice wall.
Okay, for the record, street cars actually turn better for the reason that they're just slower. So you have to slow down. You have to slow down a lot less with a street spec car because you're going a lot slower because of the acceleration.
This car sucks at turning.
I thought I braked enough,
like
but it
4
was
lanes to turn.
Well, what do you expect? It's all-wheel drive and it's a big-ass SUV. That's what they taught you in physics. Anything heavier is going to turn worse. Have a much wider turning radius, so the all-wheel drive doesn't completely
explain
help.
to me why the Vanquish and the Alpha 4C suck at turning.
Because this game's logic. Damn truck!
Haha, you ran into it.
Damn! I was thinking, okay, maybe I'll get past it. Nope.
I missed it by like
millimeters.
2 feet. This one, I'm not gonna be able to miss.
I'll be able to miss because you pushed out of the way. Let's see how many things the developers actually fix with the A. Boy.
Oh, you got in my way.
It seemed like you bumped me off or whatever. Let's see how many of the features the developers fixed that I put on my thread for the Crew 2. That's the first thing I'm going to look at. If the Jeep Grand Cherokee is going to be in the game, at least that version, I'm going to see if they actually did fix it entirely.
What happened?
The taillights you see with it. Like the...
What about them?
The lower white parts of the lights are glowing with the upper parts of the lights, which they shouldn't be.
Yeah, because the light entity is like bleeding off into the white texture.
Or somehow, someway, they probably just programmed them differently. I've seen how they programmed them in the textures, the brake lights, and then the other lights as well. They probably just messed it up somehow during the graphics overhaul, and they rushed it through. Oh well, I'm pretty sure they'll fix it. They'll fix all the light bleeding and so forth. They know what they're doing, and they have like maybe another half a year to actually fully fix everything wrong with the game. That was from the first game.
They got until February.
Maybe even March. They'll probably push it out until March.
No, the game will release in March, but they got until February to fix shit.
Yeah, and then I am assuming that in March they're going to start putting the whole entire game together and just getting it ready for release. They've got a lot of work cut out for them, but this is what they signed up for. But for the record, they've already fixed a lot of stuff that was bad from the first game. The engine sounds are fixed, they don't have to touch those anymore, really. The graphics are fixed, they don't have to touch those anymore, except maybe a little bit of optimization. They have a lot of stuff that they fixed already.
There's one thing everyone's hoping that gets fixed, is that stupid map not loading bullshit. Because it's still using the same game engine.
Hmm? How does it handle all the graphics, though? Maybe it's probably just an upgraded version of the same engine. A very, very highly upgraded engine. Ow.
What?
I crashed into a damn traffic car. Well, skimmed it. I don't know why I say ow. It's like, it's not like it's in real life and actually causing me pain. It's just an impulse.
There's one thing I hope they do fix in the Crew 2 that I saw at the trailer, is that stupid sun glitching through the buildings bullshit.
Oh.
And the fog.
They'll fix that. If players point it out, they'll fix it. And I'm pretty sure a lot of players already pointed it out and they're gonna work to fix it. We'll see in Gamescom if they've actually already fixed it. More bugs and glitches to fix? Yeah, probably. I mean, no game's gonna be perfect, especially on release. It's always going to have some kind of bugs. Not major ones, but some bugs. In this case, this game had a lot of bugs that were...
This game is nowhere near being saved.
Yeah, it's nowhere near being saved. That's for sure.
I don't think they'll even bother with their time fixing this game up.
Just like what the developers did with Project Cars. Even though it wasn't entirely broken.
They said they were going to support this game long after the Crew 2 comes out.
Support as in keep the servers running, probably.
Yeah. And they said they would do events, and that's it. They didn't say anything about bug fixing or anything.
There's not really a way for them to fix it, and players are probably going to get pissed off about them not doing it, but at the same time, let's face it, the game's broken.
They can't fix the texture's not loading bug that people get, because they can't figure out how to do it.
Well, it's not that they
can't, or they probably figured it out, but
it's not worth
so
fixing.
Deep in the code that it would fuck the game up.
Yeah, that's probably what it is. Fixing bugs that are really, really deep in the codes, like trying to remove cheat codes back in the day. If you remove the cheat codes entirely from a game back in the day, that would just break the entire game, most likely. Because it's a major part of the code, and if you remove it, yeah, that part of the code could just break entirely. So they would just leave them in. But yeah, here's the other thing I'm confused about as well. I mean, like I said multiple times before, the game looks ready to go, even with its pre-alpha stage. What are they doing as a result? I don't know.
Polishing up shit.
Polishing up stuff, probably getting more licenses, and probably just preparing for future updates. Because like with this game, they just didn't prepare for any future updates whatsoever. They didn't prepare the code for it whatsoever. So that's why it became this, basically. But to be fair though, if calling all units never came into the game would have been a lot better right now.
Yeah.
They just had to bring it in and break every single thing.
Because of those stupid crate missions.
And to be fair as well,
the cop cars out, been fine.
They could have just added the cop cars in for sure, but they just wanted something for the players to actually do with the cop cars, which that's fair enough, I guess. But at the same time, they just broke everything. And the other thing is, they could have actually avoided a lot of the bugs that Calling All Units has right now if they just did a beta test of it. They could have fixed that early bug where you do the crate, you finish it, and then you get sent to the start screen. They could have fixed that easily with a beta test. They could have fixed a lot of stuff. But again, they didn't. They just rushed it out. Or they just didn't care and realized that this game's already dead, so yeah.
Probably.
There's also the other thing that they were probably already working on the Crew 2 project as well at the same time, so they didn't really have too much time to throw away at this game. That's why it probably got, like, half-assed job.
That's why we don't see updates regularly.
Yeah. That's probably why we didn't. Again, that's like you said. That's probably why we didn't see updates for such a long time in this game, because they were working on the Crew 2, and they were also working on something to test with this game as well, the Summit system. We still have yet to make that video about the Crew 2 being basically an early access game from the start and still being an early access game somehow, some way.
You mean the Crew, not the Crew 2?
Yeah, that's what I meant, the Crew. That's what I meant. We still have yet to make that video, but that's going to take a while to make. Gathering a whole bunch of facts together in a script.
This game is still a huge-ass fucking beta test.
Yeah, it is.
It's a $100 plus beta test game.
But here's the thing: when Bourne talked about this game in talked about the Forza series, in this game, he said that he still likes playing this game, even though it causes him to rage to no end. That means that you are truly engaged into this game. If you're raging at a moment at a game, that means you're truly engaged in the game and you actually want to complete the task that the game is throwing at you. But if you're not raging, then chances are you probably just don't care about the task that the game's throwing at you.
Hell on this game.
I did too. I still do from time to time with the stupid summit systems.
I broke a keyboard raging so hard.
Really? Oh god.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least it's not as bad as what my friend did with his laptop. I asked him what happened to his laptop, and he said, well, I was playing a game, I raged, I broke half of my keyboard, and I punched the screen of my laptop, and it died. Which is crazy considering that he did that, but still. Rage is pretty bad sometimes.
Yeah, I try to avoid it, but it's kind of hard.
They should have allowed us to customize cop cars. Well, here's the thing. Allowing us to customize cop cars would mean going to the manufacturers and getting those parts approved, which takes a lot of time to make that happen, since manufacturers are just aren't, how would I say this? They're focused on other things as well. Car manufacturers are focused on just recalls on their cars, anything related to their cars. They're just focused on mostly. So they put all of the anything else to the side and do it whenever they get the chance to. At least the CEO. It takes a lot of time to get everything accepted. And as far as I remember, I don't know if this is 100% true or whatever, but as far as I remember, when somebody did a Q&A with Ivory Tower, they specifically asked the Ivory Tower how long it takes for them to complete a model for the Crew.
Months.
And it said about 6 months in total, including getting the license, getting the visual parts. He'd said 6 months. 6 months to get the license, the car built, the car model built, everything approved with it, and yeah, it took him 6 months.
Glitch.
What?
I'm looking down on top of the Jeep that I'm driving, and like part of the roof is missing.
The hell?
The sunroof.
Oh. You wish for liveries? Well, again, liveries are a problem with manufacturers as well because they have to get them approved, the developers. And some manufacturers, I'm pretty sure some manufacturers would say no as a result to certain liveries. So if you see cars with locked liveries, blame it on the manufacturers and licensing, because it's not the developer's fault. It's the manufacturers that make the final call towards everything in the game, since it's their car that we're talking about. If there's something that they don't
mind spending another $100 plus on the Crew 2 after spending almost $400 on Star Citizen.
I don't mind either as well.
It's not even a full game yet.
Yeah, I don't mind either buying the Crew 2 after buying the Crew, because frankly, for me buying the Crew, I also paid towards development of the Crew 2 as well. It helped them get to the point that they are now. And I would gladly pay another $100 and something for the Crew 2 when it comes out.
Yeah, it was like $60 for the base game, and it was like $70 or $80 plus season pass or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
And then it was 25 or 15, I forgot which one it was, for the DLCs.
For the Calling All Units DLC, the current version of the Complete Edition, I believe it's about $100. I believe, at least. And let's not forget, Calling All Units is now Wild Run. It has Wild Run as well, so the prices combined together. So essentially, the way you're looking at it now is you're buying Wild Run basically, and you're getting calling only units for free, since calling only units basically costs nothing in the end.
I think I only paid like $80 for the crew because I had Wild Run and calling all units for free.
Yeah, I got both of those as well. Hold on. Yeah, I got Wild Run for free, and I pre-ordered calling all units as well. That's the only DLC I really mainly pre-ordered. The season pass I bought myself with my own money, but then a couple of weeks later it turned out I actually won a season pass twice from previous community challenges, and I basically shot myself in the foot. So I was like, I'll just give these codes away to some of my friends. Just so they don't sit around to do nothing. I could have probably used them in a giveaway, to be honest, on my YouTube channel, but in the end, my YouTube channel wasn't that big at the time. So there was not really a point in doing that. I mean, for sure, I'd probably get a ton of views from, like, saying, hey, I'm doing a giveaway for the season pass. That would definitely get a ton of views, but nah, I didn't bother at the time. In fact, here's the funny thing as well. I bought the season pass twice. I bought the season pass for myself, and I also bought it as a gift for my friend back in the day, who I'm no longer friends with for the past year already, but still. I got it for him, and oh, I remember. I didn't actually buy the base game. My friend got it for me as a Christmas gift. He paid $60 for it. I feel kind of bad as well, but at the same time, not really anymore, since I'm not friends with him anymore. So I paid nothing for the base game. No, he paid. Yeah, he paid for the base game twice. Once for me and once for himself as well. Jeez. That's kind of a feels bad moment then, though. I'm not really paying attention. Calling all units police chases show how bad the physics are. Well, to be fair, the physics weren't actually as bad before calling all units were added. They became bad after calling all units was added.
On Wild Run.
What?
They came shit when Wild Run came out.
I didn't notice
the
though.
monster truck and bike specs.
Oh yeah. I regret signing up for the stupid alert system on this one channel I watch by the name of Matthias. Now I'm getting alerts on my phone every single time he uploads a video. I'm probably gonna remove the bell icon thing soon. The alert system. But yeah, from what I can see as well, ArcticGamez, you do make a good point. The physics were screwed up with Wild Run, with the monster trucks and so forth. The bike physics weren't all that bad though at the start, but then they progressively got worse because players were complaining about them being overpowered, which they kind of were, depending on certain situations.
I don't see how they were overpowered. They sucked at turning.
Yeah, but on the snow, they had super grip, and nothing else could compete with them. They didn't drift out. Any car you take on the snow and try and compete with a bike, you just couldn't compete. The bike would just outrun you, as if you're like just walking basically. That was the major problem I saw with the bikes as well. They could have just probably modified the physics.
Let's not forget they didn't have slipstream ability.
Yeah, they didn't have that too as well. And they also had the ability to wall ride without losing any speed. Which, they did fix that, but that was already too late. The damage had already been done at that point.
I really wish they would actually added an actual lean mechanic and not the bullshit that we have now.
What do you mean lean? Oh, lean! Lean, okay, I see what you mean, yeah. Midnight Club style lean mechanic.
Watch Dogs 2's leaning on the motorcycle is actually a lot better than the Crew's.
I don't play Watch Dogs 2. I was considering getting Watch Dogs 2, but in the end I didn't.
The animation model actually leans his knee out towards the ground when he turns. And like the Crew where body's just like stiff on the motorcycle.
There was also, I remember with TDU2 as well, like, when you'd do, like, they had proper leading mechanics as well with TDU2 as well, and Test Drive Unlimited. The biker you could see the biker doing it. And they also had a proper first-person view as well. Like, you felt like you were actually in first person. Like, you could see, like, dirt on your helmet, and you felt like you were wearing a helmet, as in a sense.
When you look at the helmets on the Crew right now, there's like a double layer of visor.
Yeah. That's what I was hoping with the Crew when they released Wild Run and the bikes. I was hoping they'd have a proper first-person view, just like in TDU2, but that wasn't the case. But in the end, I guess that was for the better as well, because that effect of like having like that effect of you feeling like you're wearing a visor was pretty annoying and very distracting after a while on TDU2. And the fact that you had to lean your right stick down super far down in order to see the gauges, that was fairly annoying as well.
No.
To do. But it was very immersive, I do have to say that. TDU2 had a very immersive just bike physics and the way the bike people did as well. And the another cool part as well is they actually had kind of gestures you could do with your bike as well. So they replaced like the roof options and the window options in free roam so that you can do left on the D-pad and up, and you could have the biker do a wave to people, salute people, whatever. It was an interesting feature they added in. And they kind of added it in with the Crew as well. When you'd do a stunt in the air, your biker dude would do something interesting. But still not nearly as cool as what TDU2 did with the biker dude.
Yeah, there's like 2 animations when you're in the air on the bikes. One's like you
hanging off the
looks
handlebars
back somewhat, and no, actually there's 3. There's one where he just stands up and puts his hand up in the air like he's doing a peace sign or something like that. And he's got the one where he kicks his legs over to the right, and then the one over the handlebars.
He also would hang off the handlebars as well, and he'd also move back onto the rear seat and hang on the rear seat as well.
Never seen that one.
It's not that common to see that, but it does happen. I've seen that. Or maybe they removed it, I don't know. Watch Dogs 2 driving mechanics were pretty good. I can't say for a fact because I've never played Watch Dogs 2, nor even Watch Dogs.
Yeah, the physics in Watch Dogs 2 are a hell of a lot better than the Crews.
What about gameplay-wise? Is Watch Dogs 2 better than Watch Dogs, or have you never played Watch Dogs?
I never played Watch Dogs. I've only beaten the first mission on Watch Dogs 2.
And that's it? You just derped around?
Yeah.
You just derped around for the rest of the time? I mean, the story of Watch Dogs 2, it looks cool.
Lids and shit.
Watch Dogs 2 looks like a very entertaining game in terms of the story as well. But it's really not meant for kids, let's just say that for a fact. It's just kind of trying to be like Grand Theft Auto in a way. A little bit like Grand Theft Auto.
They got one area that's like Grand Theft Auto 5.
Yeah, they have like all of Los Angeles. I do like all of the little parody features they had in for Watch Dogs 2 as well, like having Google and it was called Noodle as well. They had a lot of like Easter eggs from real life, but just like parodies of real life areas. They even had the Google headquarters there. I mean, how cool! That is so cool that they added that in.
Ubisoft headquarters.
Oh, interesting. Can you actually go into it, or is it just there?
I think.
I know you can go into the Google headquarters because it's part of a story mission.
Yeah, the Ubisoft San Francisco office, I think.
During that time, you can eat your lunch? What? What are you talking about? I've already had lunch. What are you talking about, Mr. Ghost Spider? I don't know what you're talking about. Or was that an accidental posting here from somebody else that you intended to send it to? Because I know that feeling when that happens. Oh my... I just turned right into that damn guardrail. I was like, yeah, sure, I'll turn just a little bit while looking at the chat. Nope, turned a lot. 3 days later. Finished the free drive challenge and all. That's what it feels like with this game. Uh-oh. That's a damn wall.
What?
Oh, the stupid bike trikes? Okay. Oh, tricks. Not trikes,
That's
tricks.
one thing I hope they fix, the dirt spec tire trail that they leave behind on the
Oh, yeah.
asphalt.
I'm also interested to see if the developers will actually add in that one feature I made in one of my videos, the DRL lights on the cars. That'd be a really interesting immersive addition they could add in. And not too difficult for them to program in just right now. Oh my god, why is it telling me to go off-road?
I don't think they will.
It's not too hard for them to do it as well. They could just probably associate a specific texture for that in the files like they've done with the reverse lights. Specifically say which texture it is with a file, and then I'm pretty sure that could work. But they don't have to add that in. It would be a nice feature, but they don't have to add it in. Oh my god. I need to stop looking at chat. And I need to get a secondary monitor. And the only way I'm actually going to be getting that secondary monitor and stuff is only when, if and only if, I actually pass my physics class, which I have a high chance of passing it. I feel pretty good about it. It's kind of dumb. But hey, I get free stuff as a result, and I have to pay for it out of pocket. And the thing is, well, if I get that that 16 gigabytes of RAM and that GPU, the 570, my computer will probably be on par in terms of powerfulness as yours.
What's your power supply?
I don't know. I wouldn't know. I don't have the original box.
On the side.
I didn't see it on the side. That would mean pulling it out, which I'm not going to right now, obviously, since it's dangerous.
If it's not on the right side facing out towards the side panel, it's probably on the opposite side.
Probably is. I'm not gonna pull it out right now, though. That would mean turning off the computer, and then risking me screwing something up as a result.
Because if you don't have a big enough power supply, that 470 is not going to really help.
570.
570.
Well, here's the thing. My GPU, I believe the current GPU I have requires about 500 watts, and right now it's perfectly fine. It's not too upset. So I'm pretty sure I have the requirements for at least a 500 watt power supply. Maybe more, maybe 600, but I don't know if they even make 600 watts ones. The number one thing I was concerned about, though, is if I have a PCI Express 3.0 slot, which I do. I confirmed. You remember as a kid when you tried 30 races on, retried a race 30 times on Midnight Club, and it was hard. Yeah, I could imagine. Midnight Club is a... I've heard that Midnight Club is a very, very hard and very frustrating game to play. Even on the easiest difficulty. I don't even know if it has a difficulty setting. Oh goodness. Speaking of Most Wanted 2005, I was actually watching CourHS's stream today, and he was doing a speed run, a new type of speed run where he would use a developer car that was hidden in the files, which was a BMW M3 GTR street version on steroids. Just for the sake of testing it, and he got his hands on it, and that thing was extremely fast. It was basically like a Formula 1 car.
If you're doing speed runs with glitches and shit, that's not an actual speed run.
It is. There are categories for glitchless, any percents, using glitches, whatever. There's categories for that on speedruns.
Speedrun then.
You're playing the game through the game really fast, so technically speaking, that is kind of a speedrun. But I don't know. That's his problem. He's a speedrunner. I would never be able to get into that kind of stuff.
I'm not gonna call him a speedrunner then if he's using glitches.
I'm pretty sure he's only really doing it just for the sake of entertaining players and just for the sake of practicing. Yeah, it probably is a glitched car. The fact that he's using it and it's a developer-only car that's hidden in the files. Yeah, that's not really a speed run. I'm pretty sure that was just for the sake of practicing and seeing how fast he would actually be compared to using it. Midnight Club LA wasn't that hard. Why don't you tell that to the Slap Train? He played Midnight Club LA and he got so frustrated. Now, as far as I've heard, the pink slip events for the Midnight Club LA, those are frustrating and very hard. Because if you at most screw up just a little bit, that's it. You lose the race and you basically lose the car that you're using. Especially if it's a very expensive car that you bought. That's it, it's gone. You're never going to get it back. I also remember as well with Crew H as he was doing a speedrun of Pro Street. To 100% completion, and that took him about 12 hours to complete. Which is ridiculous that he would stay up that long. So at the end of the stream, I'm like, dude, how are you not passing out right now from doing a stream so long? He's like, I don't know, I just have a lot of energy. I struggle enough as it is to do like at least a 3-hour stream. I get pretty exhausted with a 3-hour stream. But going past that, I just can't do it, to be honest. I can't do a 4-hour stream without getting tired. Most Wanted 2005 was easy? Yeah, probably was easy. But the other thing to consider as well is rubber banding. Some players are not necessarily that good at Most Wanted at racing games, so the rubber banding on 2005 Most Wanted would be pretty annoying. Because if you as much as screw up a little bit on Most Wanted 2005, the rubber banding AI will actually defeat you. And it's pretty frustrating. And you will not be able to take that position back and save it. Because if you as much as screw up one part on a speed trap event, that's it. You basically lose the event and you have to restart. Damn traffic. Is this a backwards version of another track that you had?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Because I don't remember doing this version of the track. Well, tell that to the Slap Train. He played through Midnight Club LA quite a bit, and I don't think he officially finished Midnight Club LA. Without getting super frustrated. Yeah, that's kind of how the older games were like back in the day. They had rubber banding to no end. And a lot of other games as well use rubber banding as well. Forza Horizon 3, if you put it on the hardest difficulty, there's rubber banding to no end whatsoever.
Oh yeah, the AI on Horizon 3 is fucking nuts.
You put them on,
you can't beat them.
What is it, Insanity? If you put them on Insanity, I think it's called, then you have to focus really hard to win. And make no mistakes. And there's also the issue of Forza Horizon 3. I don't know if this was specifically Forza Horizon 3, but there was a bug on one of the motorsport games, I believe it was Motorsport 6, where if you put the AI to the hardest difficulty, pretty much from like third to last place, the AI would be pretty much close together. But first and second place would just be all the way out in front, very far out in front. That was a bug with the AI back in the day in one of the motorsport games. And they didn't really fix it. Freaking Forza YouTubers can't play anything other than Forza. I'll agree with you on that. AR-12 is the same thing as well. AR-12 is like that.
Forza series is like fucking Call of Duty.
Yep,
Copy
basically.
paste of the same old shit.
Yep, basically. And then the Forza fanboys
Cool,
just
it's a new
defended saying,
map.
"Oh, it's
So what? You got the same fucking cars still.
yep." Not all the same cars, but you can also buy the DLC packs and get different cars. But nobody really will buy all the DLC packs, to be honest.
Fucking traffic.
There's a lot of things that confuses me about the Forza series as well. Like with Horizon 3, they had the BMW M235i, and then a couple of months later, they released a DLC pack with the BMW M2. Like, what's the point of having the M235i if you know for a fact you're getting the M2? They're basically the same car. Maybe a little bit difference in power, but you can still tune them. Well, I guess money as well. Or at the same time, it's still dumb.
Like, I only bought one DLC pack on Motorsport 6, and that was the one to get the block mono.
You mean the free version of Motorsport 6?
Yeah.
What the hell was that?
What?
I had one of those fake wrecked parked cars on the side of the road and it just launched me straight up in the air. Made no sense whatsoever. Forza Horizon is way more varied, but at the same time, let's just say that after a while, the Forza Horizon game kind of just becomes soulless. I mean, you complete the game, you basically complete the game, and then what are you gonna do? Nothing. There's nothing left to do once you complete the game.
Pretty much what I did. Completed the base game, and then there was nothing left to do except drive around.
Or play online, which most people don't do because there's a bunch of ramming nubs on there that
I'm not
suck
even
at driving.
bothering with the stupid DLCs that are useless.
Yeah. Exactly, they just add the DLCs in, give you nothing to do with them. I mean, you can play with them online, but at the same time, there's just still not a point to them at all. I mean, not to offend anyone who likes the Forza Horizon, the Forza series. I mean, you can like what you want, but at the same time, that's just my view of Forza Horizon and the Forza franchise.
Like, sure, I may get on once in a while to drive my mono around, but that's it.
I mean, if the Crew 2 gets the BAC mono in the game, are you going to start playing the Crew 2 instead?
I'll never stop driving that car.
I'll never stop driving the Aston Martin Vulcan when I get my hands on it. Man, the Vulcan is such a cool car.
I got it in Forza 3.
Horizon 3, yeah. As a DLC, though. But man, the Vulcan is so cool, though. I mean, yeah, it looks like a kind of ugly bottom feeder as well, or on a very.
They're coming out with a new
the AMR.
Coming out with a new Vantage series.
Oh
that
yeah.
Has Vulcan style parts on them.
It's kind of like with Lexus as well. When they made the LFA, they transferred some of the LFA parts on their other Lexus cars after they completed production of the LFA. By the way, it turns out there are only 12 Lexus LFAs available to buy brand new in the US right now. Only 12 left in the world to buy brand new, which is incredible. That's another car I hope to see in the Crew 2, the LFA. That'd be amazing to have. And it would be a tough choice to pick between
500 horsepower minivan.
I'm not a fan of it, but to be honest, it looks cool though.
Yeah.
Driving around in that, nobody would ever like bat an eye on you. They'd just see it, be like, "Oh, it's just a minivan," and then you race them like, "Well, shit."
No, they would think it was just an SUV from the style.
Yeah, but there's only 200 worldwide of the R63, which makes it a pretty rare
car.
car.
What the hell the car is?
And it also makes it special as well, meaning it's rarer than an F40, rarer than a lot of like other Ferraris that are being made, even the Aventador and stuff.
The LaFerrari also.
Yeah, the LaFerrari. It becomes special, but it costs 50 grand to buy. It depreciates like crazy because nobody really wants them.
It was like over 100 grand.
It was over 100 grand, but you could buy them for about 50 grand nowadays because of depreciation. I'd buy one of those though. The R6, I'm not a fan of the styling of it too much. It doesn't look that cool, but it's not that bad looking either. Plus that V8 engine.
It doesn't really look like a minivan though.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't look like a minivan. People just call it a minivan because it's got a stupid name towards it. I forgot what it was called.
I would call it a wagon.
Yeah, basically a wagon. You could call it that as well. There's just something cool about wagons as well.
Shit on the road.
That's why I like wagons a lot as well. There's just something that makes them special as well. Like if I bought any version of like the CTSV or the older version of the CTSV or basically any Audi four-door saloon, I'd probably get the wagon version because they're just so special. You don't really see them that often, especially the faster versions. And the RS7, holy crap, the new RS7 looks so evil and mean and angry too.
Coming out with another R8 version.
Oh no. What is with them and the new R8?
200 miles an hour, twin turbo.
Twin turbo? Oh yeah, everyone's going towards aspiration conversions now. It's probably going to be a V8 though, not a V12. V10.
It is a V8.
Alright, that seems fair enough. Because that's not actually a bad idea either, because the original R8 only came with a V8. Which hence that's probably why it was partially called the R8. But yeah, like everyone's like all hyped up over the new R8. It's like, yeah, the new R8 looks so cool, but to me, I like the older style of the R8s better. Just their simplicity. And not trying to look like, I don't know, a Lamborghini or whatever. Every franchise has its issue. I enjoy Forza Horizon the most. I haven't bought Need for Speed games since 2010. I don't enjoy the franchise anymore. I enjoyed the Crew.
I Need for Speed the Run, and I've never beaten it.
Really?
Yeah. Like I got it for like $1 or something off Origin. I played through a couple races, and that was it.
It was fairly boring?
Yeah, it's just so linear. You pretty much go from
one side of the country to the
New
other?
York. I think it was like
San
you
Fran
either start from New York or San Francisco.
San Fran to New York.
It's just pretty much a line going from one coast to the other.
The story was very entertaining.
You have to complete a set of
tasks.
No, not tasks, but you have to get like a certain pole position before you get to the finish line.
Yeah, I remember the run as well. The final battle was pretty interesting though. Just the whole cutscene system, but it was very, very scripted. I mean, you could take out you could take out your rival and just basically destroy him, and then eventually somehow through the use of scripting of the game, he would catch back up to you and wreak havoc on you, even though he was these miles behind you. And then like the final part of that mission as well, like when you're going through the shipping containers, your rival just basically all of a sudden rubber bands to like 500 kilometers an hour and just outruns you.
Still in the
first stage?
I was in the no, I think it was like a third stage or something like that. It was still like Nevada area.
Yeah, that's around that's like the second stage. I don't know how I remember all the stages. I've seen many playthroughs on it, and I just know the game inside and out.
Damn, overshot that turn.
Yeah, Hot Pursuit 2010, that was a pretty fun game to play. Hot Pursuit 2010 is a nice game. Probably one of the last Need for Speed games that were one of the last nice Need for Speed games that were released.
Buying anything ever on Need for Speed World.
I only bought one thing as well.
I bought like maybe 2 or 3 cars in Need for Speed World, and I regret ever doing that.
Well, I said screw EA back in the day, and I abused that system for where you could get free speed points, and I got myself a Jeep Grand Cherokee SRT8 and paid nothing in the end.
I had the LFA, the Skyline 2000 GTR.
I had the Skyline 2000.
At one point, I had the BMW M4, what was it, the version that we have in Circuit Spec now.
The M4? You mean the M3 GTS? Because they didn't have an M4 in Need for Speed World. That game was too old to have the M4. What version of the M3 did they have?
No, it was the BMW Z4.
Oh, just the standard Z4, or what was it?
It was the circuit version.
Oh, the GT3 one? I never got that one,
Yeah.
unfortunately. They had a lot of different versions of cars in the game. They had an Easter version of the Z4, GT3. They had a lot of different versions.
That car was just too damn quick to handle anything on that game.
What, the Z4? It had... Basically, they're saying it was fast,
yeah, it was
but it
crazily
couldn't...
quick.
It was fast in a straight line, but it couldn't do corners.
Pretty much.
That's kind of how they did that with certain cars as well. I remember I also had the LFA as well, and that was basically my best S-Class car I had. The only S-Class car I had that was proper. And I also
I
had
used
the...
to drag the LFA and the 2000 GTR.
Drag them? Drag the LFA?
Yeah. Yeah, I took down at the bridge where you couldn't go off the map anymore. I'd go down there and drag race with everyone else.
But after a while, Need for Speed World kind of just started dying. People were using abusing bugs to win the drag
Hacks.
things, hacks. It just started dying. I mean, it had its glory days, but after a while, it just started dying and going to shit.
Well, 54 miles to the finish line.
And the only reason why people were using cheats is so they could get that exclusive Veyron from the award system. Which was so dumb that they added it in there. But I guess it would
Yeah,
give
you had to spend
players
like over $1,000 to get it.
$2,000. There was a guy that I know from YouTube who made an entirely new Need for Speed World account and just basically spent $2,000 in total, and he got the Veyron in the end.
That was kind of shitty of them to do. It was like a last-ditch effort to get money.
Basically. And to think about it, Black Box also made that game as well, but unfortunately, after they made Need for
They
Speed...
closed their doors.
Yeah, they closed their doors. I think EA actually pulled the plug on them. They abused some policy with EA, and they just pulled the plug on them.
Oh, there's no more Mass Effect series either, because EA shut them down.
Oh, really?
Yep.
The last one was what? Mass Effect 3?
Andromeda.
Andromeda?
Yeah, because Andromeda came out so shitty, he was like, nope, we're not having any of that shit, so they like pretty much shut them down.
I mean, I understand that as well, but the thing I really don't understand to this day is with PlayStation and the guys that made Drive Club. I hate PlayStation for closing them down because they had a rough launch. I mean, yeah, they had a rough launch, but they improved. They fixed everything that they had to do. They created a very, very strong game, and then PlayStation was like, nope, you had a shitty launch, so you're out of here. And they just closed them down.
Ubisoft didn't cut Ivory Tower yet.
I mean, Ubisoft knows for a fact that they can see for a fact that they actually know that they have a passion to build a good game. They're just a new development team. They don't really know too much. They're still learning. Ubisoft is just more understanding towards people that learning actually.
Why do you want me to change camera, Killer King?
I mean, that's why I respect Ubisoft. I mean, a lot of people don't respect Ubisoft, but Ubisoft has done a big favor for all of us and kept the Crew franchise pretty much still going. And that's a good thing. They could have pulled the plug a long time ago with how bad the Crew did, but they didn't. They saw that it had promise. And thus, here we have the Crew 2. Oh, and I also hate Activision as well. I showed you Blur as well, and it turned out after I played Blur, I discovered that the same guys, Bizarre Creations, were gonna make Blur 2. But while Activision, while Bizarre Creations was in the middle of creating it, Activision pulled the plug on their operation, and the game never saw light of day. But there were gameplay videos on. They actually had a fully working game, mostly ready for testing, and they had a video showcasing the game and screenshots posted on YouTube.
I'm kind of worried about Cyberpunk because that game's been in development for over 5 years.
Yeah. But here's the thing: some guy from Bizarre Creations posted the video of Blur, gameplay of Blur, to show that they were working on it, but they just got denied and shut down. So then
No,
Activision,
that's right there, King.
yeah, Activision actually pulled the plug on the entire operation. They removed the video on YouTube showing the gameplay of Blur 2, but then the guy re-uploaded it, who uploaded it first, and it's still on YouTube to this day. You can still find gameplay of Blur 2, and it looked very promising. Unfortunately, it never saw the light of day. Which is very, very sad, because, I mean, Blur was not a good game. It was not perfect, but it was still pretty fun to play. If you had the patience to endure being bullied by the AI with power-ups and so forth. But it was pretty competitive and pretty fun to play. Ubisoft didn't shut down the Crew Ivory Tower because the Crew's a big moneymaker. Yeah, it is a pretty big moneymaker. But there's also the issue that the players already hate Ivory Tower for what they've done for this game.
And this is their first game they've made, too.
Yeah, they made their first game. That's kind of the problem nowadays. People just don't 100% understand that, you know, a game developer is trying for the first time to make a game, and then they just crap on them saying, oh, you guys suck. You don't know what you're doing. Yet in the end, they're trying their hardest. They just don't know everything. I see that a lot as well. Like, that's kind of how everyone is nowadays. They just hate on anything new that people try.
It was like riddled with bugs. Like, oh, this game's shit. Don't buy from them.
I mean, it's understandable. They need to release a perfectly good product, but they're also pressed for time. I've seen issues as well where, like, people complain about certain things as well. Where I'm into as you probably know, I'm into model railroading. And there were, like, this fairly big company by the name of Lionel created a system for one of their newer engines where it had, like, a smoking whistle effect and stuff like that. And people are, like, getting pissed off saying, oh, I don't want this feature, it sucks. And so for the longest time, that company just didn't put that feature on any of their models for the longest time. Just because people are saying, we don't want it, it sucks. A small percentage, at least. It just scared them. Didn't want them to do it for the longest time. That's just how it is, unfortunately. You can't really do anything about society right now. Society is mostly pretty crappy, but there are some people that are still good out there. Anyway, moving on from that topic, slightly off topic and on a tangent. Is Rainbow Six Siege Ubisoft's best game yet? I would no. I don't play that. You say that? Okay. What about Watch Dogs 2? Is that a pretty good title?
It's an okay title for a single-player game.
Still better than the Crew 2. Still better than the Crew. Okay, I don't know why I said the Crew 2, but to be fair, Watch Dogs 2 probably can't even top the Crew 2. The Crew 2 is a massive improvement upon everything. Nothing will really top it. And the Horizon series might actually be in trouble when the Crew 2 comes out. You make a very good point, Win Paulo, and I'll read this off real quick. The Crew and NFS 2015 tried things and failed in their own ways. And people just love to bash them. That is very true, Win Paulo. I mean, I kind of...
Need for Speed 2015 do?
They screwed up the physics engine. They tried something new with their physics engine where you could switch, have between a grip build or a drifting build, and they just basically screwed the entire physics engine up as a result when they did that.
Yeah.
But to be fair, Ghost Games was a relatively new company. They only made, like... They made Rivals, which was a half-assed job, by the way, but there was a reason why behind it was a half-assed job, because at the time when Ghost Games was actually building Need for Speed Rivals, they were also moving to a new studio at the same time, so that's why the game kind of came out the way it was. Since they were still moving all their resources into their new studio, so they didn't have enough people to actually work on the game. Because some people were moving in to the thing, some of them were working on the game, and so yeah. Then 2015 and 2016 came out, it became better, but still not that good. They screwed up the physics engine.
I'm kind of glad I didn't waste my money on that game.
But now we have 2017, which is by the name of Payback, which promises to be a much better game, but we don't know that for a fact. What?
I say ha to that game.
I mean, don't get me wrong, Payback does look like a very nice game.
The physics look like shit.
Yeah, they did. That's what a lot of players said. They basically said that it's just a slightly revised version of Need for Speed 2015's physics. What the hell's going on? Okay, Crew is messaging me. Wait a minute. Is my OBS open? Yes, it's still open. But wait, I have OBS open. I have streamer mode enabled. Why is there sound still playing from Discord?
Does a Discord update probably undid a few changes?
Yeah, probably. Or the servers are just lagging so bad that I'm pretty sure Kuru probably sent that message a while ago, and it only just got sent because the servers are lagging so bad. Well, everyone's saying that street spec cars are better than perf spec cars in terms of handling. I disagree. Nah, street cars are good in their own ways. And sometimes the street cars actually do outhandle the perf cars on windy roads because they're slower and their acceleration is not nearly as strong. That's what I discovered when I did that one video with me and Towel Dry and Upboat doing just basically having them chase me and prepare for calling all units update. I was using a street car and some way I was still outrunning them in the corners. Maybe it's because they weren't that good, but still. You believe Payback is a better game, but the Crew series will still be better than all modern Need for Speed games. Yeah, that's pretty much it. But the reason why I'm kind of hooked into Need for Speed Payback as well is because, well, frankly, they have Jaguars. They have the F-Type and so forth. Because I've been wanting to drive a Jaguar for such a long time, but frankly, the Crew just never got Jaguars. Hopefully that'll change with the Crew too. I'd like to see some Jaguars come in. At least an F-Type. And that's why I kind of like Rivals as well. Like, they had the Jaguar CX-75 prototype. That thing was so cool. The way, just how that car. It's a prototype car with like a 10,000 RPM redline engine, and as far as I've heard, it's a supercharged and a turbocharged inline 4-cylinder engine, along with 3 electric motors, I think it was. But unfortunately, Jaguar refuses to make it. Yeah, that's what Theo said. Payback's physics are inspiration from the Hot Rod's physics from 2015. But
which were shit.
Yeah, they probably were pretty crap. But let's face it, Theo's probably just saying stuff for Payback, saying like, "Oh, Payback's gonna be better," just for the sake of just trying to get more sales in for Need for Speed Payback and Ghost Games. I'm pretty sure that the developers of Ghost Games will try their best not to screw up Payback, but chances are they probably will screw it up some way. And as far as I've heard, EA is actually already on the verge of pulling the plug on Ghost Games. After Need for Speed 2015 and 2016 didn't do that good, EA specifically said they were going to pull the plug on it, but they gave them one more chance to redeem themselves. So we'll see what happens.
At the finish line.
Yeah, I'll wait for you. So we'll see what happens with Ghost Games in the future. If they screw up Payback, if Payback comes out as not a very good game, then probably we will see that Ghost Games will be in trouble and close to being shut down.
The thing about the Crew too, are we just going to be getting swamp boats and speedboats, or are they going to be like cruising boats also?
There probably are going to be some cruising boats. I mean, we have yeah, chances are we probably will get some cruising boats. They haven't shown everything to us yet. They're still working on quite a bit of stuff probably for the game. We'll have to wait and
Like,
see
same with
for the beta.
airplanes. I know we're getting the stunt planes and
There's that-
P-51s, but
yeah.
like, what else are we gonna get?
A crop
Are we gonna
duster.
get those pontoon boats?
Are we gonna get some crop dusters?
Well,
They might as well give
crop
us a cruise
dusters are
ship.
technically the stunt planes, but with additional equipment.
Yeah. They might as well just give us cruise ships as well.
Nah, that'd be too much.
You know, for a future update for the Crew 2, they could actually bring in, like, specific, like, give you the option to own a yacht in the game, so you can, like, bring your friends along for a ride on your yacht in the ocean, put, like, your cars in there, transport them around. That'd be a really cool addition to the game. Like, a proper...
How much coding that would have to be?
That would be a lot of coding, but it would be really cool if they could pull that off.
Yeah.
Because I remember with TDU2, they had the option for you to buy 2 yachts in the game. One on Ibiza and then one on Hawaii. And the yacht was a really interesting house in the game. It had, like, the
How about
garage.
use the yacht as your garage.
You what?
Use the yacht as a garage.
Yeah. That'd be a pretty cool addition as well. Oh my god. Traffic guard just made me fly. Because I landed on.
It'd be cool if we could get passenger airliners.
Passenger... What do you mean, like Boeing 747s and stuff?
Yeah.
No!
Fly around in the Crew 2.
No! People are gonna try and recreate 9/11 with those.
Lear jets.
I can assure you, people will definitely try and recreate 9/11 with those kind of planes.
Ah, there's not. There's no tall buildings in the Crew 2.
Yes, there are. There's a lot of tall buildings.
Well, not that tall.
Still pretty tall. But to be fair, there's always going to be dumbasses in the game.
That you crash into a building and just black screens you and then respawns you in the air. For the airplanes.
No! When Paulo just said the exact same thing you just said on stream, Arctic. What a coincidence. Talking about, well, okay, he said the Crew 2 will give us passenger lists and we can recreate 9/11. Wait, maybe he said that after I said it. Or is it a coincidence that he said it at the exact same time when I said it and you said it?
Who knows?
When Paulo, did you post that after we started talking about that or before?
Goddamn Camaros.
Because if it just so happens you posted it before we started talking about it, that is a really big coincidence that we were thinking exactly the same thing. I guess 2 minds think alike, that's a good thing. 3 minds, actually. 2 miles away from the finish line, and I gotta wait for you.
Thank you for that host, Battle Bear Baja.
Hosting? What is hosting? There's no such thing as hosting on YouTube. There probably will be someday. Oh my god, I remember watching this video on YouTube about, talking about how basically YouTube is on the verge of being screwed over, and someone was talking in the comments saying, like...
It kinda is.
It kind of is, and it's the person making the video was talking about saying, like, some company will make a better product than you, Google, blah, 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 everyone will move off. And then somebody wrote in the comments saying, like, if somebody makes a better company than YouTube, Google will just buy it out. But that's not true. There's a thing called a monopoly prevention system. So Google will not be able to buy that company. Just for that. Coincidence? It was a coincidence, Arctic. It was a coincidence that when Paulo said exactly the same thing we did. Welcome. I'm just gonna do a burnout on this pole. $2,000 later.
Pick a different car.
Damn, son, check out this house. Check out this parking lot here, too.
I hate how shitty some of these street cars are.
Yeah, they have to
can't
bounce
turn
them
for
out.
shit, but they got good speed.
That's how bouncing works in this game. That's how the bouncing worked in Blur as well. Pretty much.
I don't get why they would nerf the shit out of the Vanquish and the Alpha 4C's turning.
I don't know.
When they're not even that quick.
Yeah, that I don't know, to be honest. They did exactly the same thing. They did the same thing with the AMG GT. I mean, they nerfed the brakes on it severely, even though it's not really that fast. I mean,
remember the day they brought out the MX-5 and it was the only full stock.
I made a video about that, and that became really popular. It had like 2,000 views. It has 2,000 views on it since I posted it. Which I don't know why people watch it.
The forums and everyone was like, "Where the hell's the other specs at?"
That's what I did too. I was like, "Where are the specs for the MX-5?" And then like a few days later, they brought them in.
Yeah, and then they were utter shit.
Yep, basically. The full stock version was better than like even the street spec version. I mean, it was slow AF in terms of top speed, but handling and everything else, it was fine. Why is my car not auto repairing anymore?
Because you're in a free drive challenge.
What the heck? My windows are all smashed up. The windows don't even look remotely realistic in terms of smashed up, in terms of how they smashed up they are. I mean, maybe the front windshield, but the side ones look dumb.
My car's dusty with every window cracked and dented.
I honestly don't know what happens if Ghost Games gets shut down.
I think they'll just end up quitting the whole Need for Speed series. Because let's face it, they need a new racing game to be made.
I don't think they will quit the Need for Speed franchise, to be honest, because the Need for Speed franchise is a very, very well-known franchise. Everybody remembers it. Everybody who was young remembered all the underground games and so forth. They just won't pull the plug on it all of a sudden and say, we're done, that's it. That would piss off a lot of players and just... they'd lose a humongous fan base. EA would just lose a giant fan base.
Well, it's EA's fault for making these developers rush games out.
I mean, yeah, it is kind of their fault, but at the same time, yeah. They probably will never quit the Need for Speed franchise, because again, the Need for Speed franchise is pretty...
for another company to make it.
Probably. The Need for Speed franchise does bring in quite a bit of money for them. Even if it's a bad game, it still does bring in quite a bit of money. Ah, you have time. It gives you 2 minutes to come here? Why does it give you 2 minutes? No, I'm not favoriting this.
My bumper's hanging on by only one side.
44% health on my car. Holy crap. That is awful. Well, how long have I been streaming for is the question. I've only been streaming for like less than 2 hours. So should I end the stream today, right now, since I've been streaming relatively long, and it's the first time I've been streaming in forever, or, I don't know, do something else.
Do something else.
Okay, fine.
Let's do another challenge, though.
Do a challenge. Do a barrel roll. I remember that one time when I said that in your text chat for Twitch, and you were playing, what was it, Ghost Lands or something like that? Yeah. And I was like, do a barrel roll, and you just did one. Just for the fun of it. I could see like you hesitated at first. You were like, should I do one? And it's like, nah, screw it. What could possibly go wrong? As much as it, yeah, you do kind of make a point though, when Paulo. You do make a good point. It probably would be Toast, even though it's a very, very recognizable brand. The Need for Speed franchise was kind of already lost its touch a long time ago. Everybody just sees it as a negative game now. Oh boy, another Arctic free drive challenge. Okay, throw one at me. Not too long. Not a super, super long one though. You just had to pick a Mustang and drive around in the middle of the street and embrace the Mustang memes. That's the problem I see as well with like people and making fun of the Mustang brand.
Let me go look at my, yeah, let me go look at my list of free draft challenges.
How do you what? Wow.
I'll try to do a different track than the ones that I got saved.
So you delete them, but they still stay saved on the server.
No, I got the codes saved on screenshots.
No, I mean like remove them as a favorite. Meanwhile, I'll check my YouTube thing real quick, and yeah. Total view time 7 hours. Peak concurrent. Wait, what? Total view time 7 hours on a 2-hour long stream. Oh, is that split up between different viewers? Yeah, it probably is actually. I was about to say, that doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Go for it.
You want to try a 292-mile free drive challenge?
Bruh, that is so friggin' long. I said nothing too long, though. Is it getting super cold in your room right now with your AC thing?
Not really. Hold on, let me import this code.
Hold on. Where is streamer mode? Disable sounds. There we go. Why was it on? Why was that disabled? Dang it. Accept it. It's Mustang versus Corvette.
Red versus blue.
Red versus blue. Try not to hit any crowds. Bye. VTEC just kicked in, yo. I could say that officially. I can say that officially when the Honda becomes available on the Crew 2 officially. You know, one thing I do wish that they'll do for the Crew 2 betas is enable it so that we can actually claim our rewards from the loyalty system so that we can test them properly to ensure they will work on day one. It shouldn't be too hard for them to enable it. I mean, it's already built in, so they should be able to enable it for the beta perfectly fine. Oh, I see your Mustang got a little excited after seeing some crowds. Okay, I'll stop. Bad meme. That's what I hate about people that make memes about the Mustang system as well. It's like they claim it's the Mustang's fault for being like as it is, but it's not. It's the driver's. Yeah, he can't handle the power. If you can't handle the power, then why in the hell are you driving like an idiot? Same thing with like the kitchen. It's like if you can't handle the heat, don't be in the kitchen.
No, they associate the car with the bad drivers, which means anyone in a Mustang is a bad driver.
Not necessarily. If they know their car by the back of their hand, then they will not cause that, unless if they have very, very old tires and they don't know it. This is an exact replication of Mustang drivers going against faster. What? This is an exact representation of Mustang drivers going against faster cars and getting pissed when they lose. Well, they ain't wrong. It's like the Harley community as well, the Harley Davidson community, claiming that their bikes are real and better than everybody else's. A snowcat would probably say. But to
Hey, nighttime bug.
Oh my god! It was either crashing into the back of you or crashing into the back of the pickup truck, because I couldn't see anything. Not even your lights. Your lights didn't even turn on at that point yet. I also... What in the...
Wow, what the fuck?
I got launched! I got partially launched when you touched me. What the hell?
Yeah, my car got flipped up onto its left side. Like, your car literally went through mine.
What are you doing?
I don't know, I can't control the power.
Stop embracing the Mustang meme. Not like this. I mean, I do have to admit, the Mustangs do have a little bit too much power for what they are.
Yeah, they're cheap cars with too much power, and that's what people want.
Challenger, aka brick on wheels.
Challenger isn't cheap.
The Challenger isn't that cheap either. Oh my! Help! I'm
Ran
stuck.
into your car or
Nope.
a rail?
I went up the hill and then I landed on my left side and just got stuck. If you watch the stream back, you'll see it. Except I can't clip it because I'm not on Twitch. Oh crap!
The joys of streaming on Twitch.
Yeah, if I even had viewers on Twitch, they just come on. People on Twitch just come on and never come back.
So apparently Paraglider streams on YouTube also.
Pretty much everybody does it on YouTube. Even Racemaster Dave started doing it. It seems like after I started doing it, Racemaster Dave started doing it as well. It seems like he just sees me as like, I don't know. He just kind of sees a little bit of competition from me. Yeah, he sees me as competition. But the only thing he streams is he streams the summit. That's what he streams.
Yeah, that's what Para does too.
Maybe Paraglider started it first, and then Racemaster Dave was like, "I'm doing it too." No, maybe I started the game, then Racemaster Dave did it, and then Paraglider saw Racemaster Dave doing it. It's like, well, crap. I know that Asmir guy streams on Twitch as well, just for the fun of it. I haven't really watched his stream because, well, I've not had the time to. I haven't been able to see him stream live.
It's gonna be interesting to see, like, if they have drag specs still in the Crew 2, what's it gonna be like when you go in full speed NOS and you switch to an airplane?
That'd be kind of funny to see, actually. Just go off of a ramp and switch to a plane instantaneously. That'll be the best way to do it.
Yeah. Or do that with the dragster and hit a ramp and go into the water and switch to a boat. God damn, fuck, I hate this damn turn.
And the thing is, I noticed as well with the Crew 2 is that bug that the Crew has where you can go underneath the water while switching a spec. That's not going to be possible anymore because it doesn't go into a black screen anymore. You're not going to be able to do that anymore.
You'll just get flung back up onto land with your car.
Yeah,
or you switch to a boat.
No, you just get a crash.
I want to know what would happen if you go from boat to plane while you're on a boat in the water and you switch to a plane. Does the plane
You'd probably drown.
Spawn in the air?
I think it does spawn in the air. They took that into consideration.
Because, I mean, the boat just spawns on the road when you spawn into it.
Yeah, when you spawn in a plane, as far as I can tell, when you spawn in a plane, it automatically goes up a little bit for you to get you off the surface of the water.
No, because someone showed on a YouTube video. He went from car to boat to plane, and the plane was still on the ground.
Well, that's the ground. I'm pretty sure they specifically put into the code that if you're in a boat and you switch to a plane, it'll automatically move you up above the water. But I'm pretty sure if it's the landing gear that's just slightly in the water, it's not going to be too big of a deal.
We'll find out whenever the Crew 2 beta
They're not going to make it like super realistic where it's just basically sticky water. Where the water makes you get sucked into it when you're in a plane. God damn it. No.
Vacuum.
Stupid traffic. Parked vehicle, I mean. Well, to be fair, Wind Paulo as well, this is also going to be an exact replication when a guy in a Honda Civic tries to race someone who's faster than him and loses because his car's crap. That also reminds me. I watched a video of a guy putting rice in his flooded Golf to try and dry it off, and I just saw that. I'm like, and then I commented, it's like, that's one way to rice your car, I guess.
You put rice on what?
He put rice in the interior of his car because it was flooded, and he was trying to suck the water up with the rice, since it was a flooded car. And so, yeah, he just poured like 20 pounds of rice. He just poured 20 bags of rice in his car, 20 pounds of rice in his car to try and dry it off, which it didn't really help, but it did dry it off a little bit. And people were like commenting, is like, someone commented, is like, put a big wing on the back of it, put lots of camber, and a whole bunch of other stuff, and it's like, and that'll dry your car off.
Before you can't go over a speed bump.
Basically. And it's like, and the rice from you modifying your car will dry your car as well.
A lot quicker.
Yeah, a lot quicker too. Or you could just put it in the sun, that'll work perfectly fine, but still. Rice, it only seems like rice works with like your smartphones. If you drop it in water, rice is the best way to dry up your smartphone. But a whole car, that's not going to work, and that's just a waste.
Spawns in the Asians.
What the
That's what people saying. Put your smartphone. If it falls in water, put your smartphone in a bowl of rice, and it brings out the Asians.
Oh, that is so racist. Oh God.
I'm not the one that said it. It's the memes that brought it out.
Oh God, memes. What has this world become? Nothing but a giant meme fest on the internet.
No, someone put a giant chicken in front of the White House over the week.
A chicken?
With it flipping the bird, yeah.
Well, that's one way to do it, I guess.
And the chicken looked like Donald Trump.
Well, that works. There was also that one time when somebody made a giant statue of naked Donald Trump and placed him all across the United States. I saw that, I'm like, what the fuck? They put him at like random places, at like in front of restaurants and so forth. That was a whole thing. They were like invaded. People were like taking pictures with it, and Trump didn't get pissed off about it. I think he embraced it actually. I'm pretty sure it was only mainly for California though, because well, California was completely against Trump. They were all for Hillary.
Yeah.
They didn't want Trump here.
Both of the president candidates were shit.
Yeah.
Should have just kept Obama, even though he didn't really do anything.
Well, there's one thing he did do. Have absolutely no chaos whatsoever. And not try and waste our money on the stupid frickin' wall. We're gonna build a wall.
Trouble with North Korea.
Yep. Oh my god, frickin' Donald Trump's gonna start a war because he frickin' posted out something about North Korea. I mean, it's like,
Yeah, because North Korea's testing ballistic missiles, and Donald Trump's like, keep doing that, you'll be met with fire and fury, and North Korea's laughing at him.
He's just pouring salt on the wounds, that's what he's doing. That's all he's doing, just pouring salt everywhere. Meanwhile, the people in the office are like, Trump, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah, even the Mexican president doesn't saying that he's not going to pay for the wall.
Yeah. And Trump's like, oh, the Mexicans are going to pay for it. Nope. They ain't going to do anything. They have their own problems to worry about. Oh goodness, I was actually considering, they were doing maintenance in our bathrooms in college today, and I was hoping that they'd replace one of the hand dryers in our thing, and they didn't. And the hand dryer sucks pretty badly, so I was considering putting a sign on there saying, this hand dryer blows a lot less hot air than Donald Trump. It sucks so bad. It would have been funny to see the reactions that people would have put onto it, and it'd be like, lol, lol, and then there'd be one guy be like, F you. I also remember when Electro Boom did this, like, I don't know what he did. He did something with some electronic device. He was trying to unsolder it, and he had this, like, heat gun that would blow hot air. And it's like, I called it the Trump because it blows a lot of hot air. Oh goodness, he made a lot of jokes about Donald Trump in a couple of his videos. Arctic, what happened to you, Arctic?
What?
Oh, you're still there? Okay, I thought you just stopped. Because you weren't saying anything. Oh well. There was this.
I keep crashing into shit because this car's so damn slow.
Or maybe it's the Mustang just attracting itself to every single object, trying to crash into it. And for the record, I'm just saying the Mustang memes for the fun of it. I have nothing against Mustangs. Those that started the Mustang memes deserve to get shot because it's not even that funny. Oh goodness, I especially remember when people were like doing like Paul Walker memes, like a couple of months after he got destroyed at his Porsche Carrera GT. Like they were taking a Carrera GT and crashing it into the trees, with a picture of Paul Walker's face overlaid onto there. I'm like,
his fault. It was his friend's fault for going too quick and losing control.
Yeah, exactly. And people, I was like, I just saw the picture. I'm like, dude, that's so messed up.
And then the day that happened, you had people trying to steal parts from the car.
Really? Because it's iconic?
Yeah, I think there was like a group of people that stole the hood from the car.
There's nothing left of the hood. It's just a charred remain.
It was either the hood or something else. Couldn't remember, but it was a part of the car that they stole.
I would have taken the wheels off to see if the tires were any good. Because chances are, even though they said that they replaced the tires, chances are they probably didn't. Then the tires were just so old that they had absolutely no grip whatsoever.
No, the car didn't have traction control, and you lost control.
Yeah, but at the same time, you know, you have to know the ins and outs of your car. You just don't push it all the way to the limit or past it. You're asking for trouble if you do that.
Speeding too.
Yep. You just don't do that. That's his own fault for being extremely reckless. And as far as I've heard, Broadcast was talking about this, and he said that now there's a law in all of the United States where basically you cannot own a car that has more than 500 horsepower. Which somehow, some way, I don't think it's true. But at the same time, it does seem kind of realistic.
That's true either.
I mean, there's tons of people that own supercars. I mean, there's like Salamandrin, who owns like a 600 and something horsepower McLaren 675 LT. Well, he owned it, but he sold it recently. And yeah, he didn't get in trouble. Now he's getting a 570S. And he even got invited by Porsche themselves to get a Porsche 911 GT2 RS, the new one. And a GT3. So yeah, he's getting a bunch of stuff. He's also getting an AMG GTR, which he still doesn't have. And I also remember the time when he got his 911R, and well, it was full. Basically, he got the 911R, and a couple of months beforehand, it was ready to go, but Porsche didn't give it to him because they said they were doing stuff with it and showing it off. And at one point, his nearby Porsche dealership had a 911R, and they suspected it was his. And by the looks of it, it was his. But they still wouldn't let him have it. And then about a month later, they gave it to him.
I was gonna say, what did he do? Just walked in and drove off with it?
No. The car was locked. He even asked the people of Porsche to be like, hey, can I have the keys to this car and take a look at it? They was like, nope, we have protocols that nobody can look at this car or even open it. Well, they had protocols where they were not allowed to let anybody open the car. The interesting thing is, I didn't expect this at all, but the 911R has actually increased in value since it came out. I don't know exactly how much it costed back in the day. I reckon about $100,000, and now it's about $500,000 in terms of how much it's worth. All because of the fact that it has a stick shift. And it's basically a very, very toned down version of the 911 GT3 RS. That's the only reason why people want it, and why it's so valuable. And it's probably going to become a very, very important car in the future.
I want to know what other Audi and Porsche cars we're gonna get.
Yeah, I do too as well. I thought you said you don't care about Porsche though.
I don't, but I'm sure other people will.
Carrera GT would be nice. 918, I'm pretty sure. 918 is definitely going to happen. We already have the LaFerrari. Hopefully we'll get the McLaren P1, so we can have the Holy Trinity in the game and everybody will be happy. Chances are I'll probably get a Porsche Cayman, at least one of the newer ones, since we had the 3400K, which is based on a Cayman.
What I want to know is what open top cars are we going to get other than...
Is the audio like slightly misaligned? I don't know. You can take a look at when I shift to see if the audio is synced up. I wouldn't know though. And I've got the stupid police thing. I wouldn't worry too much about it. I think the audio is perfect. If it's just slightly misaligned, it's fine. It's not too big of a deal. But if it's like majorly lagged by at least a second off, then that's a concern. Remember, I'm not a professional streamer. I just do this for fun. Even though I try and make myself look professional, I just do this for fun. Crew HS, he's a professional streamer because he has a fully dedicated setup to streaming. He legit has 2 PCs for his setup, one for gaming and the other one just dedicated for streaming. Which is ridiculous, because considering he probably paid a ton of money for that whole entire setup.
Well, you also have to have fast upload speed too.
I'm pretty sure he does have fast upload speed. And a very complicated setup, that's for sure. He definitely had a very complicated setup back in the day, in terms of his streaming setup for his dual PC setup. Now the question is, how many frames have I dropped? Since I'm so far ahead, I can minimize for a second, and I've not dropped a single frame. I am surprised. This is probably one of the first streams in a long time that I have not dropped a single frame. That is very rare for me to actually have that happen. Because usually my internet decides to crap out after a couple of hours of streaming. Also, I'm pretty sure after this free drive challenge, I'll be heading off to do other things as well. Because I promised my mom I'd vacuum up the leaves on the front of the house. And we have a specific leaf... Not really a leaf blower, it's like a thing that you use to suck up the leaves on your front yard. It legit sucks up leaves.
Vac.
It's not really a shop vac.
But something like that.
Something like that. It's got a big pipe, it also chops up the leaves as well when it sucks it in. It's a pretty cool thing, but it's very, very, very bulky and very cumbersome. And hard to manage sometimes. But it works. I actually remember a while back when we had it even worse. At our house before, when we first bought the house, we had 3 lawns on our house, and I had to mow every single one of them. And we had a lawnmower as well, which didn't work too well, but it worked. And after a while, the lawnmower broke, and we had to sell it. In fact, I remember one time when I was trying to repair it, I put the pipe back on, and then, like, a couple of weeks later, I smelled gasoline coming from our garage, because I have the vents nearby my computer, and it smelled like gasoline, but I kind of shrugged it off, thinking it was maybe the people mowing our, using leaf blowers or stuff like that. That's probably why it smelled like gasoline, but no. The lawnmower was actually legit leaking gasoline, and in the garage, which was pretty bad. So I had to legit go in there, empty out the fuel tank, but the damage was already done because there was already gasoline on the floor. So I just left the garage open and had it ventilate out, evaporate all the gasoline. That was a pretty scary moment, because the house could have easily caught fire with the gasoline fumes in the air in the garage. Thankfully, nothing happened.
Yeah, especially if you got the water heater's pilot light.
The water heater was relatively close to the lawnmower as well, where it was leaking gasoline. But nothing happened in the end. It was perfectly fine.
I forgot how long some of these tracks to make are.
What, how long it takes for you to actually just physically make them? Oh, crap.
No, not just that, just to drive them.
Yeah. At least it gives you something to do, unlike in Forza Horizon 3. Oh, crap. Where the hell did he come from? Frickin' toaster car? Well, not toaster car, Fiat 500. Also, using the word slightly misaligned, it's not really the proper term. It's called out of sync. Not misaligned.
Desync.
Desynced, yeah. Man, I hope I get that GPU that I want.
If you get that
What?
GPU set up and whatnot, you could actually look into buying that Star Citizen starter pack.
Oh, jeez. I don't have the money for that. I barely have enough money to buy the Crew 2, and I still have yet to get my earnings from YouTube. It's probably only going to be like another 2 months.
Into that, because you'll be able to run it.
Yeah, I'll look into it.
I mean,
But still, you have...
$45 for the base pack.
The graphics card I'm getting is a 4GB version, though, not an 8 one.
Well, the game will set your graphics on low by default when you install it. You'd be able to run it on high, low, high and medium settings, and the game would still look good.
Doesn't have to look super good for me as well. It's a space game, it's a big game. The only problem is render distance will be relatively short.
No, the render distance is actually really long on the game.
It'll be shorter than normal though on like the lowest setting. Or is the render distance not changeable?
No, you can't change that.
Oh, that's why the game doesn't really has problems with lag right now.
No, it's because the servers are shit.
Oh.
Their multiplayer servers aren't really optimized for more than 15 people.
How many people run on the server though?
24.
Are they
and
nuts?
They said themselves, yeah, they got 24 for the multiplayer area, then they got 48 for the shopping zone.
Are they nuts? Holy crap.
Yeah, they said themselves that after like 12 to 15 people on the server, your FPS just tanks. Because they're not optimized at all for the many people. But with the new update they're coming out with shortly, if it's not delayed tomorrow, should optimize that to get better FPS for the players.
So they update the game every Friday? Or is it just random?
No, the update the schedule report for the major update for the core gameplay that they're coming out with.
Alright. Makes sense. But yeah, I was seriously.
They're using the Crytek engine pretty much.
Oh
that
yeah.
isn't really meant for multiplayer games.
All right.
So they have to make a patcher system for it also. Because the CryEngine never had that for the engine.
But yeah, like I was gonna
So
say when I go ahead.
Make that in house.
They had to make them themselves, all right.
Yeah, they're hopefully having the patch out with the 3.0 update too.
To be honest, I'm actually glad I had a talk with my friend Antarly about that GPU you sent me, because I obviously missed the big obvious part of that GPU and the fact that the processor is like 2 times slower than, well, the other graphics card, the 470. Which, yeah, that definitely would have made it basically impossible for me to stream ever again. Since it would not be able to handle streaming and gaming at the same time, I'm pretty sure.
Well, I was streaming and gaming on my 4 gig card.
What about the processor, though? What was the processor? 128?
What?
The processor, well, how many bits did it have?
It was like a 256-bit bus.
Yeah, exactly, 128, which is half that. It would struggle with streaming. RAM's not what it uses most of the time. It uses the processor for rendering. And if it's doing streaming, video rendering, and game rendering at the same time, it's going to have problems. It's not going to be too happy about that. The thing is, I never even knew how powerful my GPU is right now. It turns out I have a 384-bit processor on my GPU, but very, very low RAM count.
Well, your core clock and memory speed are also a lot lower.
Yeah, they're a lot lower, but it can definitely handle a lot of tasks at once, my GPU, because of the bit count. But nowadays, most of the GPUs are running on like 256 bit processors.
Or higher.
Or higher. But usually you see them at 256.
Yeah, it seems to be the sweet spot for video card.
And there's like the new the Vega coming out. I don't know how many bits that thing has. That thing has a lot of bits. I don't remember how many it had.
The video card's like over $1,000 too.
Yeah, it's $1,000. It's the most powerful video card you'll be able to buy when it comes out. And chances are probably the prices will rise even higher than they are at launch because people are going to be using it for mining.
Yep, those fucking Bitcoin miners.
And that's another reason as well. That's probably why the 500 and 400 series graphics card will drop in price when the Vega comes out. Because they won't be as powerful anymore. Nobody will really want them.
Yeah, but there's so much of them on the market that people will still buy them.
Yeah, but those will be like the damaged ones. They'll be the used ones, the old ones that have already been like majorly used up from mining.
Yeah, I think a BitMiner bought my video cards.
Well,
It's not like less than a week. I had them up and they were already getting calls for them and shit.
what do you mean calls?
From Craigslist and eBay.
Yeah, that's probably what happened. They probably get relatively cheap graphics cards at the start for Bitcoin mining, and then as they get more and more Bitcoins, yeah, they'll start buying better equipment. But yeah, I'm genuinely surprised that the Radeon graphics cards are so cheap compared to like the GeForce graphics cards and the GTX graphics cards. The equivalent ones, at least.
That's AMD's thing. They sell their shit cheaper than Nvidia.
I mean, I looked at a
But their
1070.
driver support sucks.
What, for AMD?
AMD. Like, a new game comes out and you have to literally wait sometimes a month for a driver support for that game to come out.
Oh, geez. So that's probably what's going to happen with the Crew 2?
No. You'd be able to play the Crew 2 just fine with the current drivers.
So you highly recommend
really
a new...
have driver support for the Crew.
So you highly recommend getting the newest drivers when I get my Radeon, if I get my Radeon.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what I did with my my Intel graphics card. Is it Intel? Whatever. But that's what I did with my GTX 580. I got the newest drivers, but it didn't really make too big of a difference, to be honest.
Well, it depends on what game you're using it for.
I also upgraded to DirectX 11, I'm pretty sure. I don't remember which DirectX version I had before. Probably 9 or 10. At least I think I upgraded it to DirectX 11.
you're running Windows 7, you're on DX11 already.
Yeah, probably. But I had Windows 7 for such a long time.
DX12 is for Windows 10 exclusive.
Which is kind of dumb, though. But at the same time, whatever. Microsoft can do whatever they want. I guess that's kind of Microsoft's way of actually people buying Windows 10. This is kind of use it as a marketing campaign or something. Is there really any major difference between DirectX 12 and 11?
Somewhat, but not that much of a difference.
So what's the point then? Is it only just to bring in kind of
draw calls?
Huh? Draw calls?
Yes, less resources used.
Oh yeah. That's probably another reason why I should probably upgrade my RAM as well, because I'm pretty sure just Windows on its own uses about 1 GB of RAM, just on idle, with not too many processes running. So that would be a good idea to upgrade the RAM. Especially with the GPU, so it doesn't bottleneck the GPU too much. And then my CPU will be bottlenecking everything. Not too bad, though.
Fucking chargers.
But yeah, $300 is still a lot to throw away at a graphics card, so I don't know if it will actually happen now. It's still cheaper than a 470, and about the same power. So it might happen. And I even...
Too bad you didn't buy them last year.
I didn't really need one, to be honest, back in the day, but with the Crew 2 coming out, yeah, I think I might need one. I definitely will need one, especially with the Crew 2's rendering distance being a lot larger than this game. So it'll be using up a lot more resources on my GPU, which probably isn't good for it. And like I said, when
pickup truck.
like I said at the beginning, when I told him I was going to get considering getting the RX 460, and he got pissed off at me, I was seriously thinking he was getting mad at me because I was going towards the AMD route, and he didn't really like AMD. But it wasn't the case. He was just mad at me because I was getting that GPU, and it was kind of low budget for what it was.
It pretty much is.
Very.
Can't do anything major on a 460.
$130 for it is not bad, and then there's also the mail-in rebate as well with it for $25. Hello, Speed Booster. You're kind of late. Oh, jeez. My door's open. But I'm pretty sure if I get the GTX 580, it'll be a pretty good investment, considering that I'll be set for like the next maybe 10 years or so in terms of just gaming. Being able to run pretty much anything I want.
560?
What?
You said GTX 560.
Oh my god. RX 570 I meant. God damn it. If I get the RX 570, I'll be set for the next couple of years for gaming. Maybe even more than that. Maybe 10 years at least. With all the newer games coming out.
At least 5 years max.
But even so, I'll still be able to like run games on lower. Guess what arrived today? I don't know. These nuts now. What did arrive today, Speed Booster? I didn't know what you were getting. Then again, you don't really say if you're receiving something online, since that's dangerous, to be honest. Well, are you gonna tell me what arrived, Speed Booster, or what? It's taking you forever. Well, actually, it has a very large latency. God damn it. Oh, look! Speed Booster has joined the the extremely overpowered graphics card department. You got a GTX 1080. Wait, is it just the 1080? Ha! It's the lower, the underpowered version. The underpowered version of the 1080s. There's like the 1080 Ti and then the super high-end versions as well. I think the 1080 Ti is the newest one as far as I know. Might be wrong though.
Powerful one.
So ha! You've got a lower end version of the GTX 1080.
That's still better than my 480.
Meanwhile, I still don't know what you're talking about in terms of PCs. That's how I feel as well when when my friend Antarlia talks about League of Legends and he says stuff about League of Legends. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about, really. Come on, get off the wall. Can't see anything over my hood. 1 mile to go until this next checkpoint. Oh no! Whee!
What?
I went flying. Get back on the main road, come on. This will give you a chance to catch up. Looked at chat and I ended up flying straight into a wall. With the 1080, I'm done until I finish my college. You didn't tell me you have college, you speed booster. Oh, the final checkpoint is 26 miles away.
Yeah, it's in the same town that we started in.
Where did we start in? I forgot where we started. Well, I'm gonna hopefully get an RX 570, and I'll be set for a good while. I'll be near as much as powerful as your GPU, and pretty much on par with my friend's GPU. Yeah, I believe he has a GTX 1080, 1070 I mean. So it'll be about as powerful as his.
Apparently there was a BIOS update that I could do for my 480 to make it a 580. But
Really?
there's also the chance of screwing it up.
Don't risk it.
Yeah, I wasn't going to.
There's pretty much no difference between the 580 and 480 really. Maybe just a little bit of a difference, a little bit more of an overclock, but still. RX 580 competing with a 570, RX 570 competing with 1080. WTF, never. Are you sure about that? Well, when I get my Radeon Vega, I'm going to compete with you. Actually, no. If I get the Radeon Vega, there'd be basically no point in doing it because my CPU would just be a massive bottleneck towards it.
Your whole system would.
Yeah, basically. And I think I'd even need a whole...
Plus you would need, like, more powerful power supply to run it, too.
Yep. Like what? How much more powerful?
600, 700, 800 watts.
800 watts? Wow. That's crazy. Has there been ever a GPU that's got to like 1,000 watts?
Yeah. You use SLI or quad video cards, you have to use over 1,000 watts.
Wow. That is a major amount of electricity that gets used. So what are you running right now before you get your 1080? Hey, can I have your other graphics card, by the way? Lol cap. I guess getting that GPU would definitely be a lot more cheaper and just better overall than getting a 4K monitor. Which, by the way, it's not even real 4K, by the way. It's like 38,000... wait, what? 38,000? 3,800 pixels on the height one, so that's not 4K.
No, it's total. It's 38 by 4. 1,500 is 4K.
What about 4096 by whatever it was? Isn't that considered 4K as well?
I don't know. I don't really pay attention to the monitor shit.
Do you have a 4K monitor though, or did you not get one because
No.
it's basically a waste of money?
They're a waste of money.
Yeah, they basically are. And then the 8Ks, oh god, the 8Ks.
You pretty much need 2 GPUs to run a 4K.
Yep. Or you can be like my friend Antarlia and have like 4 monitors on your setup and run them all on one GPU.
Did what Linus did and put 16K.
16K monitors, those exist? Oh,
No, he used, like,
I get it, I
He
get
used
it.
a bunch of 4K monitors.
That's ridiculous though, that's such a waste of money. You got a GTX 660? Oh, jeez. That's more powerful than a 580, but I don't think it's even close to on par to an RX 470 or 570.
Damn fucking van.
So I'm getting the RX 570 probably in the future. Oh, damn toaster car. Yep, after this free drive challenge, I'm for sure getting off. Because I think I've streamed plenty long enough. 13 miles to go. And I'm going to have to wait for you to cross the line as well.
Yeah, I'm just now entering the snow area.
I exit out of the snow area and I'm rolling down the street. At least I'll be able to somewhat compete with my friend's PC build with an RX 570. That way, so you're out already. Oh, come on, you're missing the fun part. You're missing the party, Speed Booster. You want to sleep? Well, why in the hell did you wake up to tell me you got your 1080? Well, I guess that's fair enough. I guess I understand you were super excited to, like, brag about you getting your new GPU, but still. You couldn't have told me tomorrow via private message. Oh, jeez, it just occurred to me. Tomorrow's only Friday.
Yeah.
It feels like it's Friday already, to be honest. The week's been far too long for me. Studying for my final today, and then going to class today and doing the final. It's 2:40 a.m. Hey, try staying up all night. You're already like halfway through the night. But not even halfway. Depends on what time the sun comes up. Way. Damn Ford Explorer. Oh look, there's that drive-in movie theater, which doesn't actually work. You know, developers could easily add in for the Crew 2 a little Easter egg in that drive-through movie theater that it actually plays movies at nighttime. Or have the game trailer play in the movie theater. That'd be a really interesting Easter egg to see. That'd be really cool if they could pull that off. But they don't need to do it. You finished your anime? Oh, okay. We were talking about GPUs, and you thought you'd fill me in on your GPU. I'm 4 miles away from the final checkpoint. Damn it. How am I not getting damaged from crashing into the traffic? Hold up, what?
What do you mean damage?
Okay,
Like
now
your
I'm getting
car?
damaged. Like, I tapped the back of a Ford Focus, and it didn't give me any damage to my front bumper. Made no sense.
Damn, this little Mustang you hit 230 miles an hour.
You're probably slipstreaming off the traffic.
No, it's going downhill with NOS.
Well, hey, they accurately represented how slow a Mustang is. Kappa. How slow, but not so slow it is. Yeah, I can't wait to see what the Crew 2 looks like without a damaged model, to be honest. It'll be weird, but interesting. What? It'll be weird. Okay. Yeah. It'll be weird to have no damage model, but at the same time, I think it'll just be better in the end.
Yeah, because you don't have to waste freaking money every time to repair your car.
But it could also affect your performance.
Well, that's what they did here, but it doesn't really do shit unless you get down below 30. So it was kind of a useless feature, in my opinion.
I mean, yeah, it was kind of nice to have, give you a reason to repair your car. It spends your money on something, but at the same time, not really a point to be existing. So, how long have I been streaming for is the question. Nearly 3 hours. Sounds great. Why no damage model in the Crew? You mean in the Crew 2? I don't know why they don't have a damage model for the Crew 2. Oh, it's to reduce the latency between players. Because the game has to sync the damage model between other players. And so, as a result, that causes server lag. So removing the damage model entirely...
I think it's because of proportionality.
Yeah, probably because of proportionality as well. To respect the manufacturers more. I don't mind if the damage model's gone.
What's the car just doing stopped in the middle of the fucking road?
Personally, I don't mind the damage model going away because, frankly, it's not actually that good in this game. It's basically like, the damage model in this game is as if your body panels are made out of, like, aluminum foil.
And the glass, like, burnt plastic.
What? Burnt plastic?
Yeah, the glass, like, ends up bending inwards like burnt plastic.
Yeah, melted plastic. I can see that for sure. That's just the way the damage model was programmed. It's weird.
Three miles to go.
3 miles to go. I'm just gonna go for a quick drive around this block. Eventually, ArcticGamez finally comes in. The one thing I do hope they fix for the Crew 2 as well is the position of the traffic lights being in the wrong spots. They just put them in the wrong spots.
It'd be a miracle if they fix that.
Well, it's not necessarily a miracle, it's just they gotta specifically place them where they should be. They manually place the props down, so they have to... They can fix that, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna head off after finishing this.
Dun 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 dun. On my way down. Midwest Bar. What are you doing coming down from there?
I don't know, it took me this way.
Oh crap, okay. I was expecting you to come flying by already.
No, hold on.
Oh crap. You're coming already. Holy no no. What is that?
Fuck.
God, he
Stupid truck.
I was like, wait, what?
Oh, put me all the way the fuck back here.
Rip.
Fucking retarded ass game.
Well, at least you have a drag car now. I wasn't expecting you to come out of nowhere with a drag car. I was wondering how you were going so damn fast. And then it hit me. Well, it didn't hit me, it hit you. No. Hold on, try crashing into me. I'm just getting pushed. Wee! Ow. Hey, I got an access pass.
I didn't get one. What the fuck?
I don't know why you didn't get one. I got one for some strange reason. Chase invitation. How about you piss off with your chase invitation? Well then. That'll be it for this stream. Thank you to everyone who came out to watch the stream. I don't know if I'll be streaming tomorrow. But probably will be streaming tomorrow, but I don't know what I'll be doing tomorrow. So thanks for coming out for those that came out again, and I'll see you guys in the next one. We can do my little outro thing.